Welcome in, everybody, to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. We are officially kicking off the action. You saw the WrestleMania shows. If you're part of our Patreon page, if you're watching this live on Twitch, patreon.com/tbsports27 to catch Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania. And if you're watching on YouTube, we got those episodes uploaded not too long ago. So we're getting in, WrestleMania just happened, and we're getting into the Universe mode, which is a continuation of all of our past Universe modes that we have done up to this point, with a few little changes mixed in here. So we're going to go over those real quick before we jump into the famous Raw after WrestleMania. So some of the changes that have occurred, you saw a little taste of it at night 2 of WrestleMania. The NWO has reformed. It is Kevin Nash, CM Punk, Montez Ford, Shawn Michaels, and Nick Nemeth. They formed here, and they basically said they're here to keep Kevin Owens, owner of WWE, in check. They're not the NWO of the past, the invaders, the company killers. They are here to make sure Kevin Owens and his group stays in check, so we don't have what we had with a previous administration in the mix here. So they're almost kind of going to be like, almost like the sheriffs of WWE. So that group formed. What they've done is they've made a few changes to what Kevin Owens had changed in WWE at the end of Survivor Series. So here's the changes. KO show is gone, and we have brought back NXT. The basically reason for that is there was such a big new roster of superstars, and I kind of wanted to use them and get them in the mix, so brought back NXT for that very reason. Raw and SmackDown, we still don't have a brand split in WWE like we do in real life. Superstars can wrestle on Raw and SmackDown freely, but there is the NXT brand where not only it's a mix of the up-and-comers, but we're going to do kind of what we did with our previous Universe mode and mix in some classic superstars, maybe some that are training down in the Performance Center, or guys that just want to have one more run, but they don't want to be on the road full time, kind of like Sting and TNA, or guys where they can just go to Orlando and have one more run. You're going to see some legends mixed in to NXT as well. One of the other big changes that happened, CM Punk and the NWO, they made the change to ECW, that instead of it being a weekly show, they're going to change it to kind of a call out who you want, almost like an open fight night, kind of talking about TNA, an open fight night format. It's going to be once a month on Friday, either the last Friday or second to last Friday, depending on how the pay-per-view cycle mixes up. But SmackDown will be a shorter edition. It'll be like 2 or 3 matches, and then the final 2 or 3 matches will be ECW's One Night Stand. Instead of it being a weekly card, it will be a monthly card, and it will be open fight night where superstars can call out whoever they want to try to get those final blows in, maybe before or after a pay-per-view. So those are pretty much the significant changes as far as the weekly calendar goes. The other big change is we talked about having the Clash of the Champions event, where we were kind of doing the semi-monthly specials. We did main event in the past, and Saturday, then Clash of the Champions. Well, the change is that we are going to have semi-monthly events 5 to 6 times a year. I want to say we have it set up, that is going to be NWO sold out, meaning the NWO is going to be in charge of the show. And the NWO said that's kind of their way. They were able, with their power, their, running things. They knew how to run things in the past, an organization. That's their way. If people need to escape from Kevin Owens' WWE, they can do that at NWO sold out. I guess we can go through the calendar real quick before we jump in. You kind of see we got Backlash coming up in May, and then an NWO sold out along with Money in the Bank and NXT Battleground. There's your ECW Open Fight Night, One Night Stand. Then we got the King of the Ring Tournament, NXT Heatwave. We also have another NWO sold out leading up to a 2-night SummerSlam event. In September, we have WCW Nitro One Night Stand. If you guys know, Nitro kicked off in September of 1995. So every September, we're going to have WCW Nitro, One Night Stand. One of the cool things that they did in 2K25, allowing you to have single shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so on and so forth. So you're able to have special events like that. So very cool that they added that in. Extreme Rules in September, going back to back with ECW One Night Stand. So gonna have an ECW flavor in September. In October, we got Bad Blood and Halloween Havoc. November, another NWO sold out event, along with a One Night Stand leading into War Games, which we'll now have in our universe mode. December is your NXT Deadline event. We have Tribute to the Troops with SmackDown, and WWE Armageddon is back. That's where we saw the death of the not the Judgment Day, of Retribution. It was Judgment Day that was victorious. And we're going to run it back, Armageddon. In January, we have Day 1, Monday Night Raw, New Year's Evil, SmackDown New Year's, and Monday Night Raw Old School, because January 1993 was the birth of Monday Night Raw. So we're going to do a little Monday Night Raw Old School. My one complaint I'm going to make, and hopefully this is something they'll patch out, or else I'm going to have to go get a custom creation arena. But this game does not allow you, I will show you real quick. This game does not allow you, because I wanted to use the Rocky Maivia Hunter Hearst Helmsley Monday Night Raw for the Old School arena. This game does not allow you to choose any old Monday Night Raw arenas. There's no Raw from the Ruthless Aggression era. There's no Old School Raw from 1997. It's not available. Now, the old SmackDowns are available right here. You see SmackDown 2002. You can't pick Monday Night Raw, any other. That's very weird. Other shows, you can't pick Payback as a show as well. There's no Payback arena to select, even though that has been unlocked. So it's very strange. There's some arenas that just do not exist and other arenas that do exist. So we have a while to go anyway before we get to that episode of Raw. So maybe it'll be patched by then. And we got another NWO sold out and a Royal Rumble. In February, we got Vengeance Day and Elimination Chamber. March, Roadblock, Fastlane. And April, Spring Break-In and NWO sold out. ECW, we got Stand and Deliver and a 2-night WrestleMania. That is the Universe Mode card. One other show I forgot to touch on, Old School SmackDown in August, because August, that was the debut of SmackDown back in the day. When was the exact day? When did SmackDown debut? Let's see. WWE SmackDown debut. I know it debuted in April, but then like the official debut was later on in August. August 26, 1999. So that's why Old School SmackDown. But it's going to be the fist breaking through the glass SmackDown. So that is it, folks. That is your Universe Mode calendar. We are streaming this episode on Twitch, so we encourage you guys to jump in the comments in between the matches. I'm going to be checking out the comments and giving some response. So if you guys want to chat along with us, make sure you guys do that over on Twitch. And then we're going to upload this early and ad-free to Patreon, and we're going to upload it on to YouTube to come out later on. And we encourage you guys to follow the channel, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and hang out with us, because we're getting ready for another year of Universe Mode. We're going to be getting some of those old Universe Mode episodes from WWE 12. You heard me right, WWE 12. Those are going to be going up on Patreon soon, but you got a full year of Universe from 2K22 up as well. We'll be putting some of those historical documents from past Universe Mode. It all leads up to this universe here. So we are going to get this one underway. Monday Night Raw, and you seen a brief little spoiler right there, kicking things off on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, making his return to WWE. He is signed full-time. Austin Theory comes out, cuts a little promo, talking about how he successfully defended that U.S. Championship at WrestleMania, and he's going to have a U.S. Championship Open challenge. It's going to be answered none other than Diamond Dallas Page. So we don't get the pyro anymore in 2K25 Universe Mode, which is kind of sad. No more pyro, no more show open, but this is it. This is going to be a 2-part episode for YouTube, and the full episode streamed on Twitch and on our Patreon page. So make sure you check that out, of course, as we said. Now, as far as commentary goes, much like we did for WrestleMania, some episodes of Universe Mode, I'm going to jump in, do the commentary. Other episodes, I'm just going to let the in-game commentary take over. I kind of mentioned I'm kind of experimenting with viewership on YouTube, what you guys want to see. Do you want to see my commentary? Do you want to listen to the in-game commentary? Maybe a mix of both. So, oh, look at that. Look at DDP going right through. What was that, Mike Rome? Jim Rome? Jim Rome was burning. But Diamond Dallas Page, his first WWE run did not go so well during the invasion. He won some titles, a European champion, he was a tag team champion with Canyon, right? But now he's coming back, DDP Yoga, he's in the best shape of his life, and he is coming into WWE now. Of course, this doesn't make sense with Austin Theory being in the ring and cutting the promo and all that fun stuff. Oh, he's not coming out in his alternate attire either, even though he is set for that. That's kind of, I have to make sure that is set. But here comes the U.S. champ Austin Theory, set to defend back-to-back nights, the Raw after WrestleMania against DDP. Austin Theory, part of DIY, the newly formed DIY, as Evolve went their separate ways. Roderick Strong went south. Matt Riddle got fired. And the remnants of the groups coming together to form DIY.
Introducing the challenger. From the Jersey Shore, weighing in at 248 pounds, Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP, a former WCW United States champion, hoping to win his first WWE United States championship here.
And his opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE United States champion, Austin Theory.
Raw after WrestleMania is always big time.
45 years of history behind that. The United States Championship.
And no bigger than seeing the return of the People's Champ, Diamond Dallas Page, the other People's Champ, The Rock. He's going to be involved in the main event tonight, Fatal 4-Way, along with his grandfather. I think that might be the first grandfather match in WWE history. Grandfather and grandson. Oh, that's never happened in the history of pro wrestling or WWE.
Tonight, this match is about the future. The United States champion.
Starting things off here with a little bit of chain wrestling between DDP. Snap takeover by Austin Theory.
Slips out with the counter and able to apply the hammerlock.
Hammerlock reversed by DDP. Look at this. That just tells you how much that DDP yoga's working.
Being brought down and now applying the chin lock.
Chinlock locked in by Dallas. Ooh, big knee to the back.
Point of the elbow finds the mark. Elbow lands hard.
Looking to seal the deal, guys.
And the champ kicks out.
2 count there by Theory, kicking out. And here comes DDP, big shoulder tackle. Now DDP going at this alone. Other members of DIY on the outside of the ring. There's the clothesline.
Exhibiting a crazy amount of strength here.
It's locked in and escaping.
A wicked submission locked in by Austin Theory and a huge clothesline by Dallas.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
But now he's getting distracted. That's what we're saying. Can't get distracted by what's happening on the outside of the ring. DDP, the veteran, he ought to know that. He ought to know better.
Always at an 11, Cole. And if you're
facing Dallas, you want them at a 3 at the most. So
ooh, good block by Dallas Page, and here comes Austin Theory.
There's a fisherman suplex.
Suplex on to Diamond Dallas Page. Theory headed to the top, high risk. We got SK Money joining us. He was watching the Yankees earlier. Sidestep by DDP.
Drops the hammer. Right on the lower.
This is universe mode. Get SK in the chat, live chat on Twitch. And DDP's back. That was your favorite, right? Back in the day? I think SK's favorite was DDP back in the day. He's getting distracted again on the outside of the ring. Turn around, DDP.
We're experiencing now that Raw's been a force for more than 3 decades.
Oh, back of the head. Let's see how that DDP yoga's working out, because if he's not, and it is, he kicks out. If it wasn't 100% DDP, that neck's gonna be broken in two. Theory, though, he getting ready for the A-Town down. And Theory may be getting ready to retain. And he does. Austin Theory, still the U.S. champion. What a return from DDP, challenging for the U.S. title. But he's got some work to do. Keep climbing the ranks here in WWE. But Theory, back-to-back title defenses at WrestleMania, and then here the night after WrestleMania. Who's going to be able to take the U.S. title from Austin Theory? That's 16 WWE points. All right, up next, we got the Women's Tag Team Champion. In fact, the double champion in Rhea Ripley and Shotzi, going up against a makeshift team here of Roxanne Perez and the former WWE Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. So Perez making her debut here in Universe mode on the main roster. And, of course, Shayna Baszler looking for a new partner since her and Charlotte Flair went their separate ways. Non-title match, but huge opportunity for the challengers here to maybe get a future opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships for the win here.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the team of Rhea Ripley and Shotzi.
You are looking at a team that
Rhea and Shotzi, the Riot Squad, along with Liv Morgan, who they've gotten back to WWE, who's part of this team. The trio. Rhea also the WWE Women's World Champion, the double champ. She's going to have a lot of work to do with these title defenses. SK Money saying it's not PG. Big time SK.
The Prodigy is here.
And she is angry, and she is vengeful.
First,
Roxanne Perez making her Universe Mode debut.
You have to love
Not part of our last Universe Mode. Wasn't even in the old game, but she's here.
So early in her tenure in WWE.
Teaming up with Shayna Baszler.
More in her early 20s than most competitors do in their entire career.
What do you guys think about Shayna Baszler? She had the title, lost it in the Elimination Chamber match to Becky Lynch. Charlotte Flair cashed in on Becky Lynch. It was supposed to be a triple threat match that turned into a fatal four-way. Dissension happened from there. And then Rhea Ripley winning the Women's World Championship. So an opportunity for Shayna not only to get a pinfall win on Rhea Ripley, possibly challenge for the tag titles, but maybe win back her Women's World Championship.
And those skills have translated to WWE Women's Division dominance.
In the Twitch chat, SK Money talking about the free roaming camera. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Here's all. Well, I'm hitting all the buttons. Now it's not working. I'm fumbling it. There we go. There's all the different angles. Oh, now I took too long. But yeah, there's all these different cool camera shots, camera angles. Pretty cool. They got some cool features in here.
She's a badass, plain and simple. Shayna Baszler.
So we're going to see Roxanne start off here. What a big challenge for Perez. Her debut in Universe mode. And to go up against the double champ. That's a tough challenge for your debut here. Ooh, that was almost a 3 count. Nice shot by Perez from behind. Definitely giving up a lot of size to Rhea Ripley. Oh, big chop by Ripley. Perez shoots off Ripley, and did you see that? Baszler pulled down the top rope, sending Rhea Ripley crashing to the floor, and we're to the outside now. Shayna Baszler, she wants her championship back. She was a long-reigning Women's World Champion in our previous Universe mode. Focus on getting the title. Got to focus on Charlotte Flair, too. We'll see if any Charlotte Flair appearances happen tonight. Stand by, SK Money. We got the first ever, it's a fatal 4-way main event coming up. We have the first ever grandfather versus grandson match in the history of pro wrestling coming up. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner is not only got to get an opportunity to move up the ranks in WWE by winning the Andre Battle Royal, but to pick up a win on the main event, the Raw after WrestleMania. Both Battle Royal winners at WrestleMania, which were Peter Maivia and Timeless Toni Storm, signed contracts. They were free agents, not part of the WWE roster. First time in Battle Royal history at WrestleMania that took place. Of course, last year's Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner, Nick Nemeth, went on 1 year later to win the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania with his tag team partner, the Shawn Michaels, as part of the NWO. And of course, Natalya, last year's winner of the Cyndi Lauper Battle Royal, would become a women's tag team champion for a good part of the year. But this year, 2 outsiders. For the first time since Baron Corbin won. And he was an NXT superstar when he won, but both of these superstars were non-WWE competitors with a contract when they won the WrestleMania Battle Royals. Now Shayna Baszler coming in, and Rhea Ripley. You might want to get tagged out here sooner rather than later. Big boot by Ripley, and Ripley is going to head over and tag in Riot Squad member Shotzi.
Gut wrench applied.
Wow, we got
but there's more to come.
We got SK Money. He's got a sponsorship deal for us or something. Tell him to reach out. We'll do the deal. I'll sponsor. How much? $1,000 a mention? Is that good enough? Patreon? Kofi? Oh, double team right now. And Shayna Baszler and Roxanne Perez working pretty good together as a tag team.
Stomping away. Whoa! Crashing to the floor.
Nice sidestep by Shotzi.
Lately, things have been a tad heated between these competitors.
Yeah, this could develop into a pretty serious rivalry if it keeps escalating.
Maybe they'll squash the beef here and now, and from the top. Elbow drop.
Big elbow drop. Wow, looked like her leg got caught up in there. Almost a broken ankle. Woo, that was almost a 3.
Squeeze that shoulder out.
Roxanne's been pretty dominant, but on some of these pinfall attempts, she has been nearly pinned a couple of times. Oh, a choke slam by Shotzi, tagging the Women's World Champion back into the ring.
Kick gets caught.
I think Rhea was going for the riptide there, but countered by the Universe Mode rookie, Roxanne Perez. Trips her up. Stomping away at the spine.
Just never had a chance to block any of those.
Very smart. She might be a universe mode rookie, but rolling to the outside of the ring, but gets caught. Gets blasted off the apron by the double champ. We're going to be crowning some champions on NXT. Breaking news. The debut episode of NXT. We're going to have a tournament to crown the NXT Women's Champion, an 8-woman tournament. You're going to see the first 2 matches of that tournament on NXT. And then your main event, it is going to be a 30-man over-the-top rope battle royal where the winner will be crowned the inaugural NXT champion, or I guess the returning NXT champion. Then week 2 of NXT, you're going to see 2 more first-round matches for the women's championship, and then the tag teams. You're going to see the top 4 tag teams in NXT team up in a War Games match on NXT, where the 2 winning teams in War Games will then compete the following week for the tag team championship, as well as the semifinals for the women's tournament. And then we're going to crown the North American champion at some point in an 8-man ladder match. So get ready. NXT on its way back. What kind of legends you think we're going to see in NXT? Shotzi, meanwhile, is taking it to Roxanne on the outside of the ring. She might want to tag out here to Shayna Baszler. Nice shot by Ripley. Oh my goodness. The V-trigger. Knee to the face. Cover. Charles Robinson. And again, 2.9. Roxanne kicking out. Yeah, Roxanne's really got to get out of the ring. Nice shot by Shotzi. Opportunity for Perez. Oh my goodness, the spine crushed by Shotzi. Cattle mutilation locked in. Shayna, you may want to think about getting in there.
Absolutely excruciating. Trapped with nowhere to go. She's going to either fight out or tap.
Roxanne trying to fight it as the submission wheel spins. Round and round, Roxanne. Shayna Baszler. Is she going to come in? No. Submission locked in. There's been no movement either. Roxanne nowhere close to the ropes. Right in the middle of that WWE. And finally, the Prodigy able to power out. Nice knee to the face.
These attacks taking their toll on her a little. Roxanne showing an aggression that won't be contained.
Neck breaker. Counter by Shotzi.
Reversal after reversal.
Shoulder tackle by the Prodigy. There's Shayna. Tag in. I would tag in if I'm Roxanne.
Absolutely pushing each other beyond any normal.
Hurricane Rana. And now we have the tag out to Shayna Baszler. And now Shotzi's in a bad way. Shotzi tags into Ripley, and this is what we were waiting for. This is what Shayna was waiting for. Headbutt by Ripley. Ripley stomping away on Baszler. Camel clutch locked in. Yeah, you heard Michael Cole there. Submission magician in a submission of her own.
Prying apart her opponent's fingers, needs to find a way out of this hold. And she does.
Ooh, nice drop kick. And Rhea Ripley, no knee pads, so that's going to do some extra damage there. Ripley deciding not to go for the tag at this moment. Maybe she didn't know where she was. And now Shayna Baszler, that could have been a mistake by Rhea Ripley. Shotzi is going to come in there to break that one up.
Baszler looking at Ripley with nothing but
We might be getting the Karafuda clutch here. No, countered by Rhea Ripley. Oh my goodness.
Rhea into the pin. This is for the match. And she thwarts the pin.
Only a 1 count. Rhea. She couldn't believe that.
Look at Ripley has her opponent perched on her shoulders. Oh, devastating face buster. The Queen of Spades just got completely rocked by Ripley.
Here we go. Rhea Ripley, Riptide.
Hazardous situation for Shayna.
Broken up by Perez.
Shayna vulnerable, about to run into a nightmare. Rhea Ripley with the Riptide.
I think Ripley can end this.
Second Riptide hit by Rhea Ripley. And there's the 3 count. And the Riot Squad remain dominant. Your women's tag team. Wait a minute.
What's going on here?
Oh, it's Natalya and Tamina. Generation Now.
You know, I can't say I'm surprised.
Looks like they want the next shot against the Riot Squad. Well, interesting development right there. We got a rivalry here in Universe Mode. So Generation Now and the Riot Squad might be mixing it up next. All right, this is going to be the final match of Part 1 here on YouTube. Part 2 coming your way shortly. Those of you watching on Twitch and Patreon, stay right where you are. But we got an interesting matchup here. It is going to be the brand new WWE Triple Crown Champion Mustafa Ali defeating Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Well, of course, Kevin Owens stacking the deck against Ali as he's going to go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. Big matches coming up in Part 2 of the night after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania. We got the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins in action. We got the first ever grandfather-grandson Fatal 4-Way main event. High Chief Peter Maivia, The Rock. The NWO Shawn Michaels to be in action. So a lot more good stuff to come.
Weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
The man once known as the Chosen One. Oh.
Things are about to get good.
So you're about to see the return. We saw it a lot in real life, but we are going with the Winged Eagle design as the WWE Championship design. We were using the Undisputed Championship design from the Attitude Era. Previously in our Universe Mode, the year before that, we were using the the Ruthless Aggression Era Undisputed Championship. Oh, Drew McIntyre, of course. You know Kevin Owens put him up to that. Because Kevin Owens is trying to get Mustafa Ali out of WWE for everything Ali did the last year as the leader of Retribution. He's atoned for his sins. He's come back. Some of the matches, the victories that he had against Earthquake, the Elimination Chamber, has gotten the fans behind Mustafa Ali. But Kevin Owens wants to drive this man out of his WWE. Thought he was going to be able to do that at WrestleMania, but he wasn't able to, as Ali, who is still WWE Champion, made his return. Kevin Owens, they had the unification match for Owens World Heavyweight Championship, and, well, here we are. But, yes, 2 Universe Modes ago, we were using the Attitude Era WWE Championship. Last year, we were using the Ruthless Aggression Era Universe Mode, and thought about it. We could have done the big gold, which is what they're using in real life, the golden WWE title, but we saw the Winged Eagle, so much of the Winged Eagle Championship this year in real life with Cody and Kevin Owens, and thought it was fitting to bring it back here for our championship this year in Universe mode. Oh, was that the Claymore? Maybe a modified version, not quite sure. He got all 100% of the Claymore. Mustafa Ali, the championship, the Triple Crown, which is Kevin Owens' World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the Universal and WWE Championship unified last year at WrestleMania between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And then the third championship added that. So it's a Triple Crown, the WWE Triple Crown. Oh, headbutt, but Ali able to duck out of it here. And Mustafa Ali. Woo! And almost we kind of talked about the NWO almost being like the sheriffs here in WWE. They're also part of helping keep Mustafa Ali around. I know maybe shocking to some people who thought we want to get Ali out of here like we did the rest of Retribution, but Ali kind of talked about in his promos leading up to WrestleMania that, you know, the whole point of Retribution was giving opportunity to the guys on NXT that weren't having that opportunity. They may have gotten a little out of hand from what the original plan was, but at least what came out of it was previous administration was out of here. And unfortunately, Kevin Owens got a hold of it. I think people were excited at first, but quickly, you know, the aggression's gone to Kevin Owens' head. And maybe we can kind of even it out a little bit with the NWO and policing this thing a little bit so it doesn't become like the previous administration. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre and the Triple Crown champ trading blows here. Ali had to fight off that early attack from McIntyre. McIntyre on the floor here. This is going to be super dangerous, and Ali top rope Meteora onto Drew McIntyre on the outside of the ring.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Beautiful athleticism.
Oh my gosh!
He's struggling to stay in this thing.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing it all here.
Look at this. Look at the strength of Mustafa Ali, the WWE champion. 450 splash onto McIntyre. Oh, and only a 2 count. Look at this. They got some bruises. It's been a hard-hitting match. Drew McIntyre looks like he is about to pass out here. The Koji clutch locked in by the champ. And Drew McIntyre is tapped out. And Mustafa Ali continues his winning ways in WWE. Even with the jump attack, the sneak attack by Drew McIntyre, not enough to get the win here over the WWE, the Triple Crown champion. And back to the drawing board for Kevin Owens. Of course, Kevin Owens has been dealing with CM Punk. Been a thorn in his side. Kevin Owens bringing in Jack Perry to try to annoy CM Punk. They got the submission win, though, at WrestleMania.
Was too much.
Drew McIntyre must be crumbling from self-doubt after this loss. Only Drew can decide where he goes from here.
All right, guys. Part 2, the Raw after WrestleMania, is going to be coming your way shortly. The Intercontinental Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, taking on the Bullet Club's Omos.